This video is on life's illusion, and the illusion that most people have is that things will continue to be the same as they are. The old Chinese astrologers believed that the only thing you can count on is that things will change. From late September through October of any year is a microcosm of the year to come. Like a model car is a small representation of a full-size car. If you build a car out of plastic and it's a small model, it represents what the full car will be. Well, late September through October of any year is a representation of the year to come. If one would take notes, the things that surface in that period would take on a life of their own. They would be surprised at the things that they hear about people around them and themselves, and the news that comes to them. Somebody may talk about moving or getting a new car or their knees bothering them or whatever the case may be. And then as the year progresses, you'll find that all those events take on a life of their own, and there'll be new news about all those various events. The apex of any year, if you took the type of year that it is, let's say if it was a 51-6 year, and you brought it down into the abracadabra triangles, and that would be 51 is 6, and 1 and 6 is 7, 6 and 7 is 13, which is 4. I'm just showing you how we do this. I did a few videos on this. You can go back and check them out. The subject matter at the late June of any year for this cycle would be a 4, which is activities, routine, sometimes physical or health situations. And that would be the news from late June as to what this period of time would be. If you were in a 72-9 year, this is only hypothetical, you would say 7 and 2 is 9, 2 and 9 is 2, 92, 2. Late June of this cycle would be about partnerships or females, the news du jour. If you were in a 61-7, 6 and 1 is 7, 1 and 7 is 8. I'm doing this purposely to show people how to do it. 7 and 8 is 15, which is a 6. They would find that late June of that year, the news would be family or personal change, or change in family disposition. Now, if somebody would take the month and the day that they were born, which is, we call that the achievement, and let's say it was June 11th, that would be a 17-8 achievement. And if you took 2017, it would be 2, and 1 is 3, and 7 is 10, which is a 1. So you go 7 and 17, and 1 is 18. So the person would be in an 18-9 year, and that would be affected by Aries or Scorpio. I did videos on all these things. I'd like people to go back and check out the videos about the cycles and the pinnacles and challenges and the cycles that somebody's in a certain year, which is the Kai Shi or astronumerology. So if somebody were in an 18-9 year, and this is only hypothetical, they would be affected by Aries or Scorpios, people with an R initial or an I prominently in a name like Lisa or Bill or Lori, a name with a prominent I sound. And it's a year of endings because it's an 18-9 year, and they would be affected by people born on the 9th, 18th, or 27th, which is the 9th cycle of numbers, which is Scorpio or Aries. So I did tapes on all these things. I would like people to go back and review them and learn them, and the information that you'll get from these tapes will really be very valuable. Somebody will be able to figure out the apex of the year, look at October and see what's coming up for the following year to come, see the cycle they're in and who will affect their life, what astrological signs, what initials, and what day of the month. And if they did that, they would have a tremendous amount of cycle. cycle information about their lives and people that will be the main events of that year to come. And like I said, life's illusions are that things will continue to be the same, which they won't be.